back with another narration part, which is from Sudhamurthy ma'am's book, which is Grandma's Bag of Stories. Today's story is about 5 spoons of salt. So, now I am very much willing to share that the story is very much important for all of them. Yeah, I feel that the story of 5 spoons of salt, the topic is not related to the concept, but the concept is about how it will affect us when we are not concentrated in any work. So here, the main character of the story is Geeta, who's a girl. Geeta's grandfather appointed her for buying medicines for his headache. Unfortunately, while moving on the road, Geeta was tempted by the sweets like jalebis, almonds, cake, etc. She was just went to the sweet shop and buy sweets and ate along with her friends who came after her. After the time had gone, all the friends arrived to their home. Then she realized that her grandfather is suffering from headache. When she again moved to the home, it became about 6 and it was completely dark. Hereafter, her grandfather is not able to move to medicine shop and buy the medicine, and Geeta is even though not able. So see how the bad name created about her to her grandfather. This is because of temptations and not concentrating on the work what we are doing. The next day, Geeta's mother is appointing her to give food for her sister. The day afternoon she went out of the house is about 12 o'clock, but after her temptation of circus, her thought had moved to circus on the way she is moving. Then she suddenly moved there and down there, saw the circus. While she is feeling hungry, she thought that her sister also feeling hungry. After the time became the normal as much as the school is closing, which is of 3 o'clock, then she is returning from the circus and move on to the house where her sister is eating her lunch at the evening time. So see here, the second situation is all about Geeta's thought. If Geeta is concentrated on moving to her sister's school and giving the food, it will be perfect. But she was like making her mind to move here and there. She was diverting from her work. Then again the third day, Geeta's father is asking her to iron his clothes. While ironing his clothes, Geeta heard the sound of a woman who's selling mangoes. Selling mangoes is good, and all the girls and all the world's people will be attracted for the mango. But you tell what she has to do? Yeah, she should off the switch, take the iron box and keep it far away from the clothes and then move to buy. But what she did is kept the iron box upon the cloth and went out to buy mangoes. The shirt had torn like a crispy chicken. So her father hated her that day. The next day, at the evening, Geeta reminded her family that the next day, which is tomorrow, she wanted to move for a picnic in her school. She is asking her mother to make spicy tangy sambar because her mother will make more and more good sambar. So she asked her to make sambar, and suddenly the next day had been arrived, and the morning her mother wake up faster and earlier and make sambar and ask Geeta to add 5 spoons of salt. That she told her, I am going to temple after waking up and making yourself better. Just put 5 spoons of salt. Here you see, her grandfather is telling that I asked her to do that to buy my medicines, but she didn't. So she did not want to make ashamed or embarrassed before her friends. So her grandfather added 5 spoons of salt. Again, her grandmother told that she will not do any work properly. So I itself add 5 spoons of salt. Then it had become 10 spoons of salt. Again, her father, her sister, her brother, totally 25 spoons of salt. Again, Geeta is moving there and adding 5 spoons of salt. Totally 30 spoons of salt in the sambar. Her mother didn't even taste it and poured it in the box and packed her and make her move to her picnic. In the picnic had been completed, then Geeta's arriving from her picnic, all of them were excited to hear about the things that she was experienced in the picnic, but unfortunately Geeta was very sad and asked who are all added salt. Then all of them are saying, I did. Finally, totally spoiled, and all were saw her in a very bad way, that how she could say that her mother's sambar is very good. So the day was spoiled for her, and she finally asked her friends to come another day to eat her mother's sambar. Then they tasted it and told that this is a very nice sambar which we had never eaten before. Yeah, this is the name Geeta wanted to get it. And from that day, Geeta started doing things like being lazy and another thing, being concentrated in her work. She was most concentrated hereafter, and she told that she did that. So this is the story about, and if you like the story, kindly like it, and if you have any idea of another stories in another book, kindly refer it to me. I will surely put videos dependent on that. So the moral of this story, we should be concentrated and should not be diverted at any work. If you are doing a work, concentrate at it. Don't divert it from it. So this is the good thought that I learned from this story. So bye bye. I will be back with another story from the same book. Ta-da!